Hey everybody, hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue with part 8 of What If Spider-Man or Peter Parker was born in the Dragon Ball Z world. And if you're a fan of DBZ What Ifs and all things nerdy, Marvel, DC, anime, then hit subscribe. We're so close to 7,000, I think we can do it this video. Now with the tournament still on during the Boo Saga, a battle royale is put in place. This time fighting is Peter, Goku, Gohan, Miles, Raditz, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, 18, and Mr. Satan. Now obviously the world champ Mr. Satan has to bow out, his stomach hurts so he recuses himself from fighting. This is an absolute winner takes all chaotic brawl and unfortunately the least experienced fighter here is Miles. Krillin solar flares him and 18 knocks him out the ring before he can even understand what's happening. Tien and Yamcha both end up teaming up against Raditz, who quickly turns Super Saiyan. However, the two are strong enough to hold him off, surprising him, so he goes into Super Saiyan 3. Tien and Yamcha push their respective Kaiokens, but it's still not enough. Maybe if they were Tiencha, they would have had a chance, but they get knocked out. Peter faces off against Krillin and 18, who try their Solar Flare KO technique, but Peter's Spider Sense is much stronger than Miles. Even blind, he's able to counter and dodge, and he ends up webbing Krillin out the ring, slamming him into 18, knocking her out as well. Gohan, Raditz, and Vegeta all begin battling amongst themselves as Peter joins in, strategically trying to ring out one of them. Goku is also straight up in the middle of this, not giving a single care in the world. He's having a blast. Peter ends up getting a drop on Raditz out of everybody. He webs him up and then swings him into Gohan, who reflexively punches him, knocking him out of the ring. He's not at Super Saiyan 3 level, so Peter's using his smarts to keep ahead, using Gohan's strength against Raditz rather than his own. Peter stands against Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku, and his plan is to quickly knock them out after making them gas themselves out. Super Saiyan 3 is a huge strain on them, and Gohan is the least experienced Super Saiyan 3 user, and Peter is able to knock him out. However, Spidey then quickly focuses on Vegeta, but Vegeta is much smarter to fall for these simple tricks. He feints being exhausted, and this allows Peter to web his arm. Vegeta then yanks Peter to him and clotheslines him at full speed, and at Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta is way too fast for Peter to fully dodge. Peter is sent flying out of bounds, and it is just Vegeta and Goku left. And it's ultimately Vegeta's wits that have him win the battle, as he trains Super Saiyan 3 stamina much more than Goku. As of right now, he's the strongest, but Goku is right there. However, something about Peter impresses Supreme Kai, and he's by far the greatest example of mortal heroism in this world. They ask him to join them on the planet of the Kais, and they even mention they feel some otherworldly presence within him, a power yet to be unlocked. Peter decides to go, and Aunt May and Uncle Ben let him, and Peter officially hands the reins of Spider-Man to Miles, but trusting him to protect the Earth in his absence. On the world of the Kais, Peter is immediately fascinated, learning all about the Dragon Ball world hierarchy. The Kais want to learn of his powers, and they also want to find out about his spider bite. This sounds like the power of the Weaver, the former spider god of Universe 12. But his universe was erased. How could he be involved in this? They suggest to Peter that his power is not just biological, but also mystical, as they begin to understand he resonates with the form of God Ki. He's like a spider totem, ringing uniquely, tying him to the world around him. This is what fuels his spider sense as well. They begin training him with the Z-Sword and in Kai techniques, and the Kai allows him to go back and forth to the Earth. One day during the break between Z and Super, Goku is visiting Peter. And of course, through some rigorous training shenanigans, they end up breaking the Z-Sword, freeing the Elder Kai. He thanks Peter and Goku and offers to unlock their potential, making them more powerful than they ever thought. Goku declines, realizing he's gonna have to sit around for so long, and he gets sent back home before Peter decides to do this. The ritual goes off without a hitch and without interruptions, and as with the Weaver being the source of Peter's power, he effectively has the potential of a god of destruction. Peter's aura changes as he figures out how to tap into his ultimate form, and Goku and the Saiyans try to help him, but he's never transformed before, so he doesn't know what it feels like to trigger the transformation. And while his strength in base has improved immensely, he's still not able to access the form. He just doesn't know how to trigger this response. Now this is what he's working on as the Super Saga begins, starting with Beerus. The world is relatively peaceful, but little does everyone know Lord Beerus is on his way to Earth to find Saiyans. Peter and the Kais sense the God of Destruction's energy and his location, so Peter quickly rushes to the Earth. Goku, Vegeta, and Raditz are all at Bulma's party, having a three-way sparring match as Beerus descends down with Whis. Peter arrives quickly and shows respect, as does Vegeta, and Beerus and Whis ask if they know anything about a Super Saiyan god. And to Beerus' disappointment, they all shake their heads no. Beerus is annoyed, but then he looks at Peter and says he's not a Saiyan, yet he has God Ki. He begins poking around him. How does a mortal come to possess God Ki? And Peter says he's been training with the Supreme Kais, but he's not a god. Beerus is annoyed. Peter seems to be holding back his power, and Peter then tries to say yes, he has his potential unlocked, but he never figured out how to actually use it. Whis uses his staff to analyze Peter's history, showing Beerus, the Weaver? He thought that pompous ass was destroyed. He always hated his self-righteousness. He quickly lashes out and demands Peter face him with his true power, and Peter panics, lunging and hitting Beerus, but it's a flea bite. He's not in his ultimate form. Beerus begins loading up a giant ball of destruction as he dispatches everyone with ease. Transform or die, Peter, he demands. Goku then yells the power comes in response to a need, not a desire. Uncle Ben's words once again ring out, with great power comes great responsibility, and Peter flukes upwards, propelled by his duties, and he finally transforms into the ultimate Spider-Man. His power rivals that of a god, and he cannot believe it. He destroys the destruction ball as him and Beerus begin their clash of titans. Beerus feels echoes of the Weaver's powers, and all of Spider-Man's abilities are enhanced 1,000 times over. His spider sense is now akin to the likes of UI Omen. His body dodging and weaving effortlessly, Sonic swaying all over the place. And this does make Beerus happy. He's satisfied. He hasn't gone in this hard in forever. He eventually knocks Peter out cold before descending back to the ship. He's intrigued and he demands Peter join him on his planet. And Whis also extends this invite to the Saiyans, telling him he can make them Super Saiyan gods. And all of them, having witnessed Peter's newfound power, agree. Raditz, Goku, Vegeta, and Peter all go to Beerus' world. Gohan decides to take his own path along with Piccolo. Miles is training along them as well. They're all going to do their own thing in this. On Beerus' planet, the three Saiyans focus in learning God Ki, while Peter learns about the Master Weaver, a benevolent god of destruction. He works with Whis to attune his spider sense, refining it with the Ultra Instinct technique, something his mortal body is having difficulty adapting to, and he begins forming his own style, something Goku's working on in the manga right now. As time progresses, when it's time for the Resurrection F saga, it doesn't happen because the Earth is too heavily guarded and the Dragon Balls are safely secured in Capsule Corp. No one is going to find them and steal them. So when the Frieza Force tries to pull a sneaky, they're destroyed easily. However, the Universe 6 tournament still does happen, and Universe 7's team is going to be Peter, Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, Miles, and Gohan. Gohan's worked on something new, furthering his Saiyan forms, while Miles has enhanced his bioelectricity, allowing it to amplify his body's ability. Now, the tournament is going to be different because the Saiyans only have Super Saiyan God at this point. Peter's Spider Instinct technique is still being refined and it drains him immensely, so it's anyone's game at this point. It's really not, I'm just building dramatic tension. Now, the first one up to bat is Raditz, and he easily dismantles all of the Universe 6 fighters. He had a lot of fun beating up Frost the most. But now it's time to face off against Cabba, and he demands the young Saiyan go super, and Cabba doesn't know how. So much like Vegeta taught Raditz in canon, Raditz teaches him. However, this is more of a little brother, big brother relationship. He never really had a chance to be a big brother to Kakarot, so this is him kind of healing his inner self. Emotional growth for Raditz, we love to see it. He defeats Cabba with pride, but when it comes down to hit, he quickly knocks Raditz to his feet. Raditz responds by going into God mode, but it doesn't do much because Hit is insane. Even gods don't stand a chance against Hit's time skip, and he's quickly eliminated. No one knows what's happening. And the next person up is Miles. What the hell is he gonna do against Hit? And with that being said, guys, we're gonna end this part off right here. But let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Peace, 7,000.